Something that shaped my idea of what pastoral leadership should be was a pastor pushing a vacuum. When I was 12 and convinced that I was going to be the next John the Baptist, religious trauma starts early, folks, I met Pastor Dan Cloud, and he was everything a pastor should be. He was wise, he was funny, he was kind, and he took notice in me as a nerd for the Bible. But the moment that stuck with me about Pastor Dan wasn't his preaching. It was after youth group one Wednesday night, and I found him vacuuming the fellowship hall. And confused, 12-year-old me goes, "Wait, you're the pastor. Are you supposed to be doing that?" And he just smiled and said, "Of course, I'm here to serve, not to be served." And he's quoting Jesus, of course. Now, we're taking a look at Acts 20. Paul's farewell speech to the Ephesian elders reads like the anti-CEO pastor manifesto. Notice that this text uses zero language about decision-making or being in charge, or no talk of final say or authority structures. And almost all biblical leadership language is about giving power away, not hoarding it. The words that Paul uses in this passage and other passages about leadership are words like shepherd, keep watch, protect, nurture. When Jesus tells Peter to feed my sheep, that is leadership. Paul himself worked with his own hands to support his ministry. He is giving his labor away for free. And when Paul left, people wept, not because they were finally free of him, but because they were going to miss him. Meanwhile, many pastors claim God-given authority while their congregations pay for their fourth house or whatever. Church leadership schools got rid of shepherding language and transformed it into CEO speak. And I don't think that's Christ-like leadership. I think that's power hoarding wrapped very loosely in Scripture. Pastor Dan taught me that real spiritual leadership looks more like picking up a vacuum when work needs doing. And it looks like tears and humility and getting your hands dirty, not because you have to, but because you love your people enough to serve them. Paul says he gives his congregations an example worth imitating. And when we look at our leaders, we have to ask, are they serving or just performing? Are they protecting or just self-promoting? Do they give themselves away or only build themselves up? I think that's the difference between a shepherd and someone just playing the part.